Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic and we are playing the ultimate combo deck. I kind of did a version of this back in the day and I think I fine-tuned it a little bit better to be just a more consistent deck, more powerful deck. And so we are all in on 4 different combos with this deck, but they all work out really well. So first off, the main combo piece is Famished Paladin. It's just a really fun, interesting card. It untaps every time that you gain life. And so if we have ways to be doing damage every time that we are gaining life or whatever, we have a combo there. So Sorcerer's Wand, this is the kind of the typical one, or the one that's been around for forever, where you equip with 3 mana, put it onto a Famished Paladin, and then you give him lifelink somehow. Right now we have our Heliod and Sorin as our main ways of giving him lifelink, as well as Gideon, also to give him like indestructible for turns, whatever else, just kind of like an extra piece that we can do for it. So those are our main ways to give him lifelink, and so then we can give him lifelink, start tapping down. Every time that we do 1 point of damage with Sorcerer's Wand, it's the creature that does the damage, so he gains life, untaps, we have infinite damage. We also have Presence of Gond, which says tap and create a 1/1 green elf warrior creature token. Well, if we have Soul Warden or Johnny's Welcome out, then every time that we tap for one of these guys, we'll get to untap Famished Paladin and we get to make infinite tokens. Then if we have our Veto gaining us infinite life, we can also do damage with Veto dealing infinite damage, or our Corpse Knight. Well, since we have our Veto in the deck and we want just more combos in the deck anyway, let's throw in 2 copies of Exquisite Blood, which says that anytime that we gain life, we lose life and everything. So as long as Veto and Exquisite Blood are on the battlefield, then we have an infinite combo there as well. So I know a lot of people don't like infinite combos all that much, but I decided to, just to do 4 of them instead. So, and honestly, there's a fair amount of consistency in this. The biggest issue is just making sure we find Famished Paladin. But if we don't, we have Soul Warden, Johnny's Welcomes, Johnny's Pridemates, quite a bit of token creation that we can do with Presence of Gone, like onto Soul Warden or onto something else, and still have a kind of a deck there. So we're going to go ahead and try this deck out, see how it does for us, and wish me luck. All right, up against Luffy, and we have a lot of the pieces. We're going to go for the Pridemate first here, just because that's what we can do. Start just going for some big beatdown damage. Try to have like a combo in hand before we really play out the Famished Paladin or show that side of it. So keep this. Playing in free play right now, I didn't want to take this into Mythic just yet until I like fleshed it out a little bit. Make sure I know how to play all these combos again. Aether Hub. Servant of the Conduit. There's Veto and Exquisite Blood as well. We're up against this deck though. This deck's gonna be painful. All right, well, I guess we still play Pridemate. I'm debating if I want to play out the Triumph first so we can get Veto out on the board, and then just try to hit Exquisite Blood before they combo off here. But we'll see. We don't necessarily get immediate win with Exquisite Blood, so it might be better to play Exquisite Blood first, because we do immediately get the win if we play Veto with a Johnny's Welcome out on board. So we're going to try to go for this on turn 4, unless we have a way to give lifelink before then. So if we find like a Gideon here, then we might have a chance at it. Rogue Refiner. Up to 5 energy. Yep. Oh, do I want to play out Veto now? It does grow the Pridemate. I guess we can do that with Paladin as well, right? Let's go ahead and play out the Veto. Wait, yeah. If we had Presence of Gond, we could have gone infinite damage with Pridemate as well as part of it. We will swing in. If they want to double block, that's fine. Okay. Aetherworks Marvel, okay. Okay, a Johnny's Welcome. Famished Paladin. Gain 2 life, deal 2 points of damage. Triome tapped. All right. Down to 14. How much energy can you gain this turn? 2 more. Nice. So there's always a chance that they semi-whiff with this. I mean, it could happen. We'll see. All right, there's a Rogue Refiner. That's totally fine. Sweet. All right, back up to 3 energy. Of course. All right, they're almost back up to 6 already. Soren is interesting. If we hit the land, then we can do some pretty cool stuff. So, yeah, play out Soren.
Depart Innistrad immediately, or you will taste my blade.
How much damage can we do here? All right. Give it lifelink, give it a counter, swing in. It'll untap itself. And we get to do 4 points of damage. Down to 6. So now, even if they have like an Ugin, all right, so we got there. Dang, cool. They just had no ways to create energy there. Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, we had lethal for the next turn, so... and that's where the deck doesn't necessarily have to have combos to win, which is nice. All right, up against Otto von Bischquick, and we're going to keep it. Okay, get out Soul Warden, pass the turn. Diligent Excavator. Mox Amber. All right, are we dead next turn? We shall see. We're gonna get out a threat because that's what we can do. I try to remember how quick this combo's off. Okay, Lazav. All right, so I think they're I think they need a couple more turns because they can turn this into Emery, and then they can keep bringing back Mox Ambers, and so there's still a few pieces that they have to have before it officially gets there. So yeah, Pridemate. Swing in for 5. Down to 15. Would love to have found either land or Famished Paladin there, because we could have gone infinite as well. All right, so there's Kethis. I still think that they're a little bit off of infinite right now. I think it's next turn. I could be wrong, though, because I think Kethis, they can turn this into Emery, replay something. All right, Ashiok's annoying. Okay, mills themselves. Exiles our graveyard. Yeah, if we had found the right pieces, we could have comboed off next turn. We do have a lot of damage. There's something.
More data will be needed.
All right, so they have Mox Amber. So I think with the 2 Mox Ambers, they can do everything they need. Yeah, so they mill themselves and go off. Not everyone sees all of these combos, so I'm gonna let it play out for a little bit here. The basic idea, though, is that with Kethis, they can keep casting Mox Ambers for free. With Diligent Excavator, they can keep milling over, and hopefully they have enough. I think it needs to be historic cards or legendary cards. So they need at least 2 legendary cards for every time they do it. So having enough Emerys going into the graveyard, Emery also mills them over, Ashiok mills them over. They end up having enough mill to then play out their Jace Wielder of Mysteries, bring it onto the board with the Mox Ambers used to gain them enough life or enough mana to do so. It can fizzle, though, and so there actually is some reasons to be holding off here, because they need to get 4 mana before they mill themselves out and still be able to then keep the combo alive. which they might be milling themselves a little bit too quick here. I'm not positive. So down to 14. Exile some stuff, brings back Mox Amber. Typically you want to find more than this many Mox Ambers, because if you have more stuff in the graveyard, then you can exile Kethis and keep casting like 2 Mox Ambers at a time. So eventually they're going to find all their Mox Ambers. And they never mill themselves before drawing, so I guess as long as they have all the Mox Ambers and they can exile something with Kethis, they get to 4 mana, and then they can take up with Jace. So that's the combo. We're already almost there, so I'll just go ahead and let it go. So yeah, Mox Amber adds blue mana, plays the other Mox Amber, adds blue mana. They think they found the 4th one finally, and so now they exile 2 more things with Kethis, replay the Mox Ambers, and then replay Jace. And so they got there. Yep, good game. I'll let it play out just because, you know, I got this far. Some people might want to see it all the way through. I forget Kethis makes it cheaper as well. That is nice. Not too shabby. All right, so they combo off on turn 4, it looked like. That's good to know. All right, up against Ceramic Ferret. Soren looking a little bit awkward without the, the pieces here. Honestly, this is a little bit of an awkward hand. I think we mulligan and try to have combo pieces. Like, we really need Famished Paladin, but Sorcerer's Wand, Soul Warden are 2 pieces of a combo, so we'll keep this. Dropping, I guess, Sorcerer's Wand, because we still have Heliod for the life gain. We just don't have Famished Paladin yet, so... And there's other ways to go for that. So, pay 2 here, Soul Warden. There's Veto. All right, so Pride Mate. Gain some life. Swing him in. Pass the turn. Kahira. Oh, it's Elemental deck. Ooh, interesting. All right, well, hopefully we find the Presence of Gond here. That would be the dream. Have to keep Soul Warden alive. Swing in for 5. Just playing Veto out next turn isn't the worst either. We do actually get a lot of just damage output. So yeah, pass the turn. We're going to find the black source. Yeah, Elementals. Risen Reef. Nice. Gain us some life. Get Biglier. No land, that's nice. Okay. Crack the Field Passage. So Presence of Gond immediately win here. Everything else isn't the worst. Ooh, Sorcerer's Wand is tempting. With Heliod. All right, if we find land next turn, we're going to go for that. I think right now, though, it's better to play out Veto. I should play this out after the attacks. That was my bad. Because now we can't attack him with Famished Paladin. I meant to do that. I just forgot. Is there going to be a way that we can gain life to untap him? All right. Poto scoops it up. So yeah, what we could do on the next turn is we could play out Sorcerer's Wand, Heliod, and then if we have the 5th land, we can equip and give him lifelink on the same turn, and then go off with it. Not too shabby. Up against Watanubis, and we're 2-1, so I'm going to go ahead and try out in Mythic and see how this does. This actually has a lot of good pieces in the deck, in our hand. At least we have Lifelink and Famished Paladin, which by itself is still really powerful. Like, Famished Paladin turn 2, Soren, getting a Vigilant creature that keeps getting bigger and bigger. So play out the Triome, pass the turn. Ooh, and there's Soul Warden. All right, so play out Famished Paladin. If we find Presence of Gond, we're actually going to want to play out Sword and Corpse Knight first, which is a little bit funky. All right, we do find land, though. All right, so go Sorin. Yep, 4/4 lifelink. Out of range from a lot of burn now. Untap. A booyah. Opponent scoops it up. Sweet. All right, there you go. See, and that's the side of it too. Like, Famished Paladin is good outside of the combos as well. If you just build it with the right pieces, it's still, you know, a 3/3 vigilant 2/2 or 2 mana creature, which is really powerful. Or it gets bigger, better, and more awesome as it goes. And I like more awesome. All right, up against Chloe, and keep this. I kind of would like to find an untapped land with this hand, so we can immediately play out like Heliod or something. We'll see. So target creature gains Death Touch and Lifelink. If it's a vampire, it gets +1/+1. So we still get Lifelink onto the Johnny here. So yeah, this is perfect. Pay 2, Pride Mate. Gain some life, pass the turn. We can give it lifelink on the next turn, start growing it there with Sorin. Gilded Goose. Ah, Cauldron Familiar stinks. That's really bad for us here. Presence of Gond. Okay, we have to find the Famished Paladin now. I might even cycle with this, just to try to find it. So the issue is now that they just sack, we don't ever actually gain life or hit in with Pride Mate like ever again, which is just annoying. And so I can draw to try to find Famished Paladin and try to dig a little bit here, or I can try to establish a bit better of a forward presence. If we find another Pride Mate, we can start doing some good stuff as well. But I think I'm just going to go for the card draw, which is a little bit bummer too, because we also need lands to be able to combo off on one turn. Soul Warden would be nice because it kind of counteracts the Cauldron Familiar. Trail of Crumbs. Okay. Sacks, draws a card. Are they digging for the lands right now? Yeah, I don't think they found their third land. All right. Plays out the land. Now they can sack the other food, bring it back, and also use the cat. So, yep, good play. Cycling. All right. Lands aren't the worst either. Didn't give us our pieces, but we can also, using Sorin, we can bring back Famished Paladin on the same turn that we play Presence of Gond. So we still have it potentially on the top deck. Yeah, so take up Pride Mate. Is it even worth swinging in here? I suppose so. Why not? Let them do it now. All right, there we go. Blocks, sacrifices, doesn't let us gain life. Gets more food and more card draw now. All right, so if we hit the right piece off the top, we just straight up win. At least I don't know how they beat infinite tokens here. Or it's not infinite, sorry. With the new update now it's 250 tokens, but that's still fun. Vraska destroys Sorin. Yeah, okay. 5 mana still lets us play Oh, we don't have it untapped though. So we'll see. All right, this gives us some interesting plays here as well. So Johnny's welcome. And we're going to play Heliod this turn. The next turn we can Presence of Gone and start putting 2 counters onto the token that enters each time. And so we just go wide with our board state. So no attacks, pass the turn. It's not the combo, but it's at least something good to play. The issue is if we ever find Famished Paladin, I want to be able to play that more. We'll see. If we find Famished Paladin, then I won't play Presence of Gone this turn. Mayhem Devil. Yeah, now I don't think we can ever complete the combo.
Weakness leaving the body.
Yeah, between Gilded Goose and Cauldron Familiar and the amount of food that they have, our Famished Paladin dies immediately. We can put the Johnny's Welcome tokens onto it. Like the life that we gain from Heliod. Okay, Soul Warden. Okay, Fatal Push. Yeah, with the Mayhem Devil, we're dead, so we'll move on to the next one. All right, up against Dog Bank. And... man, we do have some of the pieces to some of the combos, but none of the right ones. We're going to keep this based off our lands, I guess. And this is the issue with the deck, is just having the an actual functional deck that also plays combos rather than just a deck that's like, oh, well, you didn't find your combo. Okay, Johnny's welcome. I think we're going to play out Heliod first to be able to put counters onto our veto. Spectral Sailor. Okay. Curiosity starts drawing cards. There's Presence of Gond. All right, so we're gonna play out Heliod first here. Playing Veto might have been better because we could play out Famished Paladin, Presence of Gone, and have an infinite damage combo there immediately. But this deck doesn't win through infinite tokens anyway. Okay, draws 2 cards. Temple Garden tapped. Veto. I guess I could play Sorin into Veto. Forgot about that. This is also a vampire, huh? Gain some life. Counter onto Veto. They lose some life. Okay, Slitherblade. That's a lot of vetoes. All right, try for the Soren. Really surprised I haven't had any counter spells yet. Like, should be coming at some point, right? There we go. All right, swing in. Brazen Borrower. Cool. Yay for tempo. Draw 2 more cards, why don't ya? I don't see how Concerted Defense is better than Spell Pierce. Or maybe it's like extra copies of it. We're playing the ultimate combo deck right now. Like, just a ton of combos. Back up to 14. At least we're getting some incremental life gain up against a tempo deck that usually does slow him down a smidge. And I'm actually fine with him getting rid of their Brazen Borrower so that we can hopefully land a Famished Paladin. Okay, down to 11. Slither Blade. More card draw on this deck's probably what I need. So I have the 2 Gideon Black Blades. I could probably trim those since we have other ways of giving lifelink to the Famished Paladin and bring in card draw for it instead. Yep, and we don't have our second black source, so we can't veto again. And we're just gonna probably just concede and move on to something new. Sounds good? All right, sounds good. Like, we technically still have a chance. Because we're doing infinite combo, we could play up into the last second against this deck. I just don't want to. Especially with how much card draw they had. There's like a 0.5% chance of us winning there. And now we're drawing all of our Gideon Black Blades, which I don't think we really want in the deck even. It does work kind of with this, though. We'll keep this. Drop. I guess, yeah, we dropped the Gideon. All right, so Soul Warden. Pass the turn. Land nowhere else. Gain some life. Corpse Knight. Gain some life. I'm gonna go and offer up this trade since we have another one. Okay, down to 19. Where are your nuggets? I don't know. All right, the Kinnan combo deck. Interesting. Soren does give lifelink and death touch. Doesn't really matter here, though, I don't think. Not yet. Let's just gain a crap ton of life. Swinging with Corpse Knight. Down to 15. Honestly, Veto is pretty good now, too. If they play creatures out, which this deck, the Kinnan deck is trying to do that, you can do some pretty cool stuff. So... let's see if they, bring that back. They play that now. Keep getting some ramp going. So this is Paradox Engine Kinnan combo, I think is what it's called. Or like what it does. Presence of Gond.
Blood was my beginning, and it will be your end. I bestow a mighty curse.
Okay, down to 10. Presence of Gone gives us 1 extra damage a turn and gains us 3 extra life. If we had Veto, I would play it out. And with Veto, we can play it out easily with Soren and this. That way we can gain a lot of life each turn. In fact, I think we get lethal by doing that. So Veto is a pretty good draw right now. Actually, it may not quite be lethal, but they wouldn't be able to play a creature again without killing our Soul Warden, so basically we'd have it. All right, Uro. Cool. Hey, look, you gain 3 life, we'll gain 3 life. Sounds fun. No famished paladins. Nothing good, actually, like at all. Would they block 2 things here to kill the Corpse Knight? Because that really isn't our main combo. It does do stuff for us, but it's not that big of a deal. So if they want to block Emery and Llanowar, we get to kill both with Death Touch. I'm fine with this. All right, pass the turn. Yeah, this deck definitely needs some card draw on it. So I think we're gonna drop the 2 Black Blades, maybe drop a couple of things and find something to do the combo. Sorcerer Spyglass is their best draw here. Okay, Mox Amber from the sideboard. Emery. This is tap for blue. All right, they have Paradox Engine. We have our combo online. Put a counter onto it. Not sure if it really matters. No attacks. I'm not showing him the Presence of Gond right now, just in case they have some sort of removal. I'm not sure if this deck really plays any. They could have like Meteor Golem with Karn though, and so I'd rather not show him the full combo just yet. All right, so yeah, they play Paradox Engine. So the cool thing about this is that Emery lets them keep playing stuff from the graveyard. And so every time they cast something, Emery untaps, and as long as it's 3 mana or less right now, or 2 mana or less, 3 with Mox Amber, it just becomes value over and over for them. And so they just get to go off here. The nice thing though is I don't think they actually get to kill us. I don't know what they do for the actual like win. They get to play out their entire deck, but our life total is going to get massive before then, and so I don't think that they can kill us on this turn. So they have infinite draw. Yeah, so this gives them infinite draw. They sacrifice it, Emery gets to bring it back. They have infinite mana, infinite draw. So as long as they have a Jace in the deck, and I don't see any in the graveyard, then that should be game. They probably could even play like Wish effects to have it in the sideboard as well. All right, there's Kinnan. Now everything taps for more mana. All right, so yeah, we had the combo. We were 1 turn too late. We just didn't find the Famished Paladin before. Yeah, so they win before we win. Dude, this has been actually a little bit frustrating. We keep almost having our combo. I have seen people fizzle on this one. All right, there's Aetherflux Reservoir. All right, that's the combo now. So yeah, good game. So close. So close. Yeah, they go infinite with this. They keep drawing out everything. They gain enough life to get to it. Where are they at right now? 20? Yeah. So we'll concede. Darn it! 1 turn away. Drats. Let's add some card draw to this deck. So cut out Black Blade. Cut out 1 Corpse Knight. And 1 Welcome. Soul Warden's a little bit more fragile, but it's overall better. All right, and we basically just add card draw. So let's draw. Revitalize could be really good here, I guess. Yeah, probably Revitalize. There's also Dawn of Hope, which could be lots of card draw for it. So let's add 1 Dawn of Hope. And 3 Revitalize. Because I'd rather just be able to go off on the combo, but the 1 Dawn of Hope gives us kind of another option to be able to go off with other stuff. Dusk Legion Zealot's a little bit interesting as well. We already have 1 Castle Locthwain. We could add in Talisman. For combo pieces. Yeah, we've had people go off like the turn before we go off in 4 matches now, I think. Wishclaw Talisman is definitely tempting. It's interesting. We have to combo off the turn that we have it on our board, like the turn that we use it, which if we have a Famished Paladin and all we need is Presence of Gond or like a Johnny's Welcome, then bam, we've got it, you know? And so I think 1 Talisman, maybe go down Revitalize. Actually, with the Talisman, we can go down maybe Veto or Sorin. I feel like we're running into too many Vetoes anyway. Let's go 1 Wishclaw Talisman. Okay, that adds 5 pieces of card draw to the deck. And we can still mulligan and maybe a little bit more aggressively. Okay. All right, up against Fui. And yeah, we're going to mulligan. We do actually have a lot of pieces that are nice here, but we got to mulligan. Okay, this we can keep. This has a lot of pieces that we want. So keep this, drop Woodland Cemetery. God the Shrine. All right. Having 2 Presence of Gond is actually really nice. That means that we can actually use it beforehand. So next turn, Temple of Gardens, Sorcerer's Wand. And then start getting life with, oh gosh, combo deck. This... I think that's the issue with this deck. All of these combos are pretty okay, pretty cool, but they're not as good as some other combo decks. This one being the most consistent. And honestly, Goblins. Goblins I would call combo because of Muxus. And they just all go off on turn 3 or 4. Well, this one goes off on turn 5 or 6, you know? So not quite there. This is instant speed, right? Yeah, so we'll pass the turn. Let's go ahead and do this now. Why not? All right, back up to 20. Gain some more ever life. Neoform or Shimmer Possibility. The one cool thing here is that we do get to gain life for everything that enters the battlefield, but that's still not enough to save us, so... yeah, that combo just goes off. I realize some people still haven't seen this combo. If you watch any of my videos, you've seen it a lot. But basically what it does is they go and grab this guy here. So whenever it enters the battlefield, so first off, they use Seagate Stormcaller. They create 2 copies of Neoform. Neoform goes and grabs a creature equal to 1 plus whatever it was sacrificed for initially. Well, they use either the Seagate Stormcaller or like Wall of Blossoms like they did here. And so they find a bunch of 3-drops. The 3-drops is the Dualcaster Mage. They go and get a bunch of copies of this. They get the 4 copies of it that are in the deck if they have some in hand. They also have Glasspool Mimics, all these 3-mana copy target card that's on your board. This says whenever it enters the battlefield, copy target instant sorcery spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. And so they copy the second copy of Neoform that's on the stack that Seagate Stormcaller has out there basically. And so because this is on the stack, it keeps creating copies over and over again, and those copies keep creating more options for Neoform. They finally grab it's a wall that is a 3-mana wall. That has haste, gives everything haste, and then the last copy gets Combat Celebrant. They usually put out enough power to kill you without the Combat Celebrant. Combat Celebrant just gives them 2 combats, and so they definitely have like it ends up equaling out to I think like 40 points of damage. So if you get up to 40 life, you might have a chance. It might be more than that too. But yeah, good deck, way too consistent. I'm all for this actually being banned personally. And I think if they banned it, they'd probably have to ban this card, the Dualcaster Mage, because I think that's the only one that really makes it good. Everything else, like Seagate Stormcaller, I think is fine playing in other places, everything like that. And that card is only played in this deck, and so it wouldn't be as painful. I love this deck. Oh no. And this is the biggest issue with this deck. Like, while we're doing fun stuff, it just doesn't quite combo off how I'd hope. If we don't get the combo here, I'll go ahead and play one against Sparky just to show off the combo. Just because we haven't got it yet this video, or since we've been doing it. We keep getting really close, and we've seen a lot of other people's combos. All right, this is at least a good hand. And we do have Dawn of Hope to start doing some stuff for us. Johnny's Welcome Dawn of Hope is kind of fun. Okay, welcome. Pass the turn. Selfless Savior. All right, up against enchantments. Let's go Pridemate. Pass the turn. Give us land. Spirit Dancer. Yeah, most likely can't block. Attack in. And we missed our land drop. Dude, this deck is just drawing so funky. Like, we haven't found a Famished Paladin in 4 games. Right? Like, I'm trying to remember how many it's been. I believe it's 4 games since we've last had a Johnny's Welcome. And that's not good. Or not Johnny, sorry, Famished Paladin. Down to 11. Well, there's a Famished Paladin. If we have an untapped green source off the top, we get a shot here, I guess. So hold up blockers, hope they don't have flying. No attacks. All right, yeah, here we go. All right, untapped green source gives us a chance. All right. Dude, I really wish that this would give us a chance to draw here. So we found the honestly that this can go infinite on turn 3. So we do have a turn 3 combo with the deck, and maybe I just need to be mulliganing more aggressively for it. But oh well. All right, Sparky, here we come. I'm just gonna show this one off against Sparky just to actually show the combo because we haven't done it yet. And watch us have like the perfect hand against Sparky now that we're playing it. Oh, there we go. All of our pieces. Yes.
Game. So remember to have fun.
Oh, it's a game. Good to know. We found like all of our pieces. Finally, we have the best hand we've ever had. Now that we're playing against Sparky. And watch them have like counter spells as well. 2 Famished Paladins. Who could have hoped for that? Falcon's here. So watch this. We have infinite combo like this. So Woodland Cemetery. Wishclaw Talisman. Activate. We go grab a Johnny's Pride Mate or Johnny's Welcome or Soul Warden. We'll grab Soul Warden. No, it's Axe. I wonder if they'll ever actually use a Wishclaw Talisman. I don't think Sparky ever will. Yeah, dude, we find the best hand ever up against these guys. This is so stupid. Okay, Soul Warden. So we don't have like infinite damage right now, but we have infinite tokens. So Famished Paladin, make a token. Make a token. Make a token. Anyway, so that just goes on infinitely. We'll make like 20 here. Now, we'll just make that many. Pass the turn. All right, so now we have infinite tokens. Veto gives us infinite... what's it called? Infinite damage here as well now. We also have infinite life gain, so we don't really care about them doing damage. That's my turn. They play out the Triumph. Play out Veto. Gain some life, deal the damage to their face. So we're just gonna stack up all the damage to the Veto here. Anyway, we won't kill him because I also want to find the Exquisite Blood if we can. But we'll get him down a little ways. So this is the combo. You can actually go off with the combo. You untap a Famished Paladin, you keep making tokens. Veto does damage over and over again to their face. I mean, infinite tokens by itself should win most games, but people do play board wipes, and so that's why it's not an immediate infinite combo. But it is infinite life, or 250 life, which a lot of people can't beat that either. And so then you could just, a lot of times, just let them kind of mill themselves out. Although 250 life is not infinite, and that does change things up a little bit. All right, so resolve all. Down to 8. Pass the turn. Warden. See if they kill themselves, actually, before we do. They might. Because I don't think Sparky is programmed to care about Veto's trigger. Like this combo we have here. And so Sparky might kill it herself before we do. And we have lethal anyways, so it's all good. I'm looking for the Exquisite Blood to show off that combo as well. What controls Sparky's deck? I think it's not necessarily an AI, but like a programming. I guess that you would call it AI. All right, play out at Johnny's Pride Mate. Now we get an infinite damage dealer. And then we could also just sacrifice Famished Paladin and swing it in. So, do we care to wait for Exquisite Blood? I think everyone's seen that combo, right? So yeah, so Exquisite Blood just does the same type of thing. Anyway, infinite tokens, and let's actually go ahead and give lifelink here and attack all in. There we go. So anyway, that's the deck. It's fun, but apparently not quite fast enough. We can't draw like this against actual opponents. That's the issue. I think that kind of a hand would probably do okay against a lot of other people, but it's how it is. It's how it goes. Have I ever lost a Sparky? Yeah, one time. I lost. They played like a mono red deck, and it was actually pretty pretty quick, and I was trying to just like play jank, and it toasted me. It was pretty bad. All right, so there you guys have it with the ultimate combo deck, and all these combos can go off and do really cool things. There's a Sorcerer's Wand, which we never really found. Like, the biggest issue is you have to find Famished Paladin. So we did change up the deck. We added Revitalize, Wish God Talisman, and Dawn of Hope for just a little bit of card draw into the deck. And I'm hoping that will add to it. That will help it out. But yeah, we'll see. Overall, deck super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And if you guys want to check out me on Twitch, I'm going to still be doing some other stuff here on Twitch. Link is down in the description below for that. See you guys. Bye.